stand up, hit the salute. Oh, you can't even see. Hit the salute. My boy John Cena is officially retired. Take 5 is not retired just yet. We are back and we are talking the John Cena retirement. I am sad to see him go, and I'm even more sad that they sent him off in the most absolutely mid-level match for John Cena, the GOAT of GOATs. And that's how we're going to go out. Yeah. Going out to some whack, regular-ass Monday night type of match that I could have watched on Raw to Gunther. To freaking Gunther. And I don't want to hear no cap from you, because you were the one all hyping it up before this match started. You know, like, yo, you gotta trust, yo, Gunther puts on bangers, 5-star this, 5 stars that. Where was the stars, bro? Where was the stars? Because aside from him retiring, mid. I'll let you go first. Try to defend it, bro. Try to defend that mid match to me, bro.
I said I enjoyed the match. I said I called it a solid match. I was like, yo, my only problem was Gunther tapping out. But apparently, I don't know. Twitter's really split on that right now. I've been seeing people are mad he tapped out, but then people are also saying it's poetic in a way he did. But for me, overall, this guy's tripping, bro. The match itself was fine. Before he tapped out, I'm like, okay, the match itself is fine. I was locked in. I was like, okay, he's doing it. He's getting his shit in. Cena's getting his shit in. He's kicking out of all the AAs. Like, as soon as he kicked out of the Super AA, that's when I kind of knew Gunther was gonna win. But like, I was like, okay, the match is fine. But my only main thing was having Cena tap out, and I know people are gonna be like, yo, you're not locked in. Like, you don't understand the story. Like, I just think if you're gonna have Cena tap out, you should do it where he gives, like, he passes out, where again he didn't technically give up. And I know people are gonna be like, oh, he's not really giving up if he tapped out. That's him just kind of like accepting, you know, like a checkmate in a way. Like, Gunther had him in like he couldn't do anything else. No. I think he should have just passed out, or he should have just took a pin from Gunther. I think the result still would have been the same. I don't know, like, I don't think it's like heat on Gunther that he tapped him out. I don't think, like, I think again he still would have got the heat for beating Cena, for like choking him out. But I guess like, if I'm playing devil's advocate, you can go for the shock factor of Cena tapping out, and that just adds more fuel to the character of Gunther now going forward. But it was like, I just need to see what their plan is going forward, man. I'm so conflicted on the ending of this match. It's crazy for me,
brother. I don't even care that he lost. Okay, everyone loses in the retirement matches. The fact that he lost is not the issue. In all honesty, him losing probably made more sense, because, bro, if this guy just went out and buried whatever the future of Gunther was going to be, that would have been a waste too. I don't think the man should have ever fought him. Why is he fighting him to begin with, bro? There was no story. Why are we running some BS-ass tournament and then giving the man, like, what? Not even, like, 2 days of promo for this match? Yeah. And then you're going to pull some dumb, like, oh, yeah, I'm going to be the first one to submit. Fam, Gunther had his run. He doesn't need the push. He's been the heel. He had the longest IC. Already seen him with the chat. Saw him run these mid matches with Jay. He gave nothing new. And, like, you know what? Maybe that's not his fault. Maybe John Cena said, yo, we don't need to run some crazy shit. But, bro, you can't tell me the week before I'm seeing John do a freaking triple attitude adjustment to half the Judgment Day, and then I'm coming in on the retirement match. And I'm going to have to sit through, 20 minutes of a bootleg suplex, a normal ass jump off the top rope, and then that's it from Gunther. That's all I'm gonna get. And then just like 3 power bombs, and then like a sleeper hold. And I don't even care that he submitted him. Submit him to something else. If you really want to be poetic, bro, put him in the SDF and submit him, bro. If you really want to be poetic, don't put me in some boring ass sleeper hold for 20 minutes and then I'm supposed to gas it up. I've seen Gunther tap to the sleeper hold of Jey Uso, bro. What aura did he collect from this? And now what? And they're not going to do anything with it. That's the part that pisses me off the most. Everyone's like, no, it's good, bro. You gave the push to Gunther. What push? What is he going to do with it? Be for real right now. What do you think what are they going to do with him?
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
what are they going to do with him?
I think this all comes back to, like, even like, if when I look at this match as a whole, this all comes back to the writer, like, creative, TKO, Triple H. I'm also going to put John Cena in there as well. And I guess you could throw in The Rock in there, because I'm just including the whole retirement tour getting to this point. Because it's like you said, we didn't really need this tournament. We didn't really need to get to this match. Like, I get, like, people want to see Cena and Gunther face off throughout the retirement tour, but it's just because it was so all over the place. That's how we got to it just, and honestly for me it just felt like the tournament was kind of just like a shell. Like they just kind of forced it in there and be like, oh yeah, whoever wins this, gets to face me as the final match. But then there's not really a story there. Even with Gunther, he tried his best with those promos, but Cena wasn't even there on the Monday Night Raw or SmackDown to have like a promo battle before, getting me hype, being like, yo, he cooked Gunther or Gunther cooked him, or there was either somewhat of a story built up there. It's like they tried their best doing what they did inside the match, like Gunther trying to take on the angle of like I'm a pro wrestler, he's a sports entertainer, like that's kind of been done before with AJ and with Cena as well. So I'm honestly putting this whole blame on like with the entire retirement tour. I should say I'm putting the blame on Triple H and like the others named as well, because they went ahead where he didn't win the Royal Rumble, then he won the Elimination Chamber, and then they turned him heel. They fully couldn't commit to the heel turn because of, I don't know, I guess Travis Scott, The Rock, Cena didn't really fully commit to it, so then they had to pivot from that, and it was like they turned him face out of nowhere one day. Not really much of an explanation there. We still didn't get an explanation of why he even turned heel in the first place. Like, he kind of gave a half-assed explanation of, yo, the fans always booed me, and now I'm doing what I have to do. Like, no. And then it became that over and over, that same promo over and over, and it just wasn't good. And then they pivoted, and then they had the banger with Cody, and then that's when we started getting better quality matches with Cody, AJ, Dom, whoever, except for the Brock match. That was horrendous too. That was just insane, horrible booking. I don't know what that even was, bro. Like, Cena could try to justify it all he wants in the Pat McAfee show, where he's like, oh, I'm building up Brock. Why? Brock's retiring next year. What are you building him up for? Then it leads back to we're having this, where even with like you was like Sharon was saying with Dom, like Dom had a good match with him because they give it at least two matches. They built it up. They had promo battles, and you had a story there. Even with Gunther, you could have still had a story there. You just needed time to build up that story. And I feel like, again, this goes back onto the writers, because like I was saying yesterday, the way I would have done this quickly is you just have Cena chasing the 17th for the first half of the year. He loses either the Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber. He finds a way to get to Cody, and then he wins it eventually, like throughout, I'd say, the first half of the year. He wins it at either WrestleMania or SummerSlam. Say he loses at WrestleMania, he's still chasing it. SummerSlam, he wins it. And then the second half of the year, you have Cody take a little hiatus, a little break, and then have Cena face the OGs, face guys like Randy, CM Punk, even Sammy, like whoever you want to on this retirement tour, because the story runs itself. Everybody wants a chance at that championship, and they want a chance at John Cena at being like the one that beats John Cena for that championship. Whatever he's facing is OGs. The story is already there. And then when he gets to where we are now for Saturday night's main event, you have Cody come back. Cody be like, he found his mojo, or you can have a whole subplot of Cody getting back to facing John Cena, getting back to that number one contender status. Then Cena drops the belt to him. They have a passing of the torch moment. Cena loses like the way he wanted to, because let's all agree, Cena probably agreed that, yo, squash me, Gunther, I want to lose in my final match. So he probably had to say of he wants to lose. So if you want to lose, drop the belt to Cody. Cody wins. It's a bittersweet ending, but Cena gets the send-off he wanted. Have that banger that you had at SummerSlam this year at Saturday night's main event, and it just all works out. But with this way, I felt like for this retirement tour, I honestly feel like the writing was just all over the place. I don't know how you feel about as a whole, the retirement tour.
Okay, we were there at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
So we saw Cena turn heel. Mm-hmm. It was insane, okay? Like, the crowd went crazy. Like, they were literally, like, there was a kid I saw that with a John Cena shirt looking hella defeated. Looking hella destroyed. And there were mans coming like, oh, is that, how do you feel about this? That's like, it was insane. That was like a monumental moment. You had the peak momentum. And then you just fumble it a week later. Not even a week later. You just sell the bag. Because I'm thinking, yo, Cena's going to come out here on some heel activities, like put everything aside. He's going to come here, interfere in matches, just go full on. I thought him, Travis, and The Rock were going to cause havoc every week for no reason. I thought Cody was going to get jumped every week by the three of them in the backstage or something. But no, what did we get instead? The Rock disappeared. Came out one time after, held up a three. For what? For who? For who? Travis went MIA, concussed, gave Cody CTE and said, all right, I'm out. And then we were just stuck with Cena having to pick up what was left of these scraps. And it's like, whatever, credit to him, I guess he did what he could, but it wasn't even heel. It went from him being a heel to instead just him being, honestly, just a crybaby, bro. He just came on around Monday and been like to some little kid that was in the audience, oh, yeah, like, oh, why are you even supporting me? Like, bro, what are we really talking about? And then we was going to say to all the fans, like, oh, you guys thought I'm going to play this, like, I'm going to change my theme song to, like, Thugonomics, whatever, this, that. And it's like, bro, we didn't think that. You said it. That was your... Exactly. That was literally your outline in that one interview he did, where he's outlining he wished he could have gone heel, and he was outlining the things that he wanted to do.
Yeah.
So how are you gonna say, oh, the audience thought you were gonna do this, brother? You wanted to do it. You wanted to. And again, he is the GOAT undisputedly. I'm not taking anything away from his career. He is the GOAT. There's no. I see random people trying to say he's not the GOAT. Like he was in an era that was falling off. Like, brother, he was here for 20 plus years. Just shut the hell up. He is the GOAT. But, like, let's not act like this whole heel turn was the best way it could have been done. Let's not act like there wasn't better matches. In all honesty, bro, for that retirement match, I rather would have seen him versus The Rock. I don't care if that's a hot take, because at least let me get closure on the story. Let me get closure on the story. Let him come out and be like, oh, I thought you forgot. I still have your soul. How you were retiring. I don't know how you want to go about it. Finish it. And in that case, you can even let Cena go out on top. You don't need The Rock to bury him. But if you want, let The Rock bury him. The thing with Gunther is that even if you're going to say, oh, Gunther had to go out there and, like, power through him. Did he really, though? Did he really? I saw Gunther get equally just as banged up in that match by Cena. So it's like, it's not like when he versed Brock back in the day at WrestleMania, where Brock came out there and legit for 15 or 20 minutes, I thought Cena was dying in the ring. I saw him hit one punch and then get suplexed 15 times outside the ring. So how am I supposed to say I'm watching him get dominated when I've seen Brock do way worse to the guy? Like, it's just, there was nothing that Gunther did in that match that I don't think any other person you put in that position wouldn't have done the same. I think Drew McIntyre would have given you the exact same thing in that context. I think literally you take Damian Priest, I think you take fucking Roman Reigns, you take anyone, they're doing the same thing. And, like, to your point, it's, like, you can blame Gunther, and be like, whatever, he's boring, this, that, but at the same time, what is he supposed to also do? Yeah. Like, so I guess you are right. It does go back to the writing in general, where it's like, why are we wasting it?
Why do we get here?
Why are we here?
That's the whole thing. Like, when the heel turn first happened, I was high on it because of all the possibilities that they could take. But then I kind of feel like Cena being like, oh, I'm not giving you the theme, I'm not giving you one. It's kind of a cop-out.
It is a cop-out.
I feel like it was the biggest cop-out.
It's just like, you're just lazy. That's just lazy. That's just like, yo, we meant to do it, but, like, never mind. It's like, nah, that's me being a heel, not giving you what you want. Right, that's what you wanted. That just because you're pretending to be like, oh yeah, we're not giving you what you want, that doesn't objectively mean the story is better. It would have looked way cooler if you came out and jumped mans on a regular basis. I don't care. That's called being a heel, man. Made sense.
And that's why I posted this on. I remember I went on Santi's Ops Reddit because I want to ask other wrestling fans too as well. And I was like, when the heel turn happened, I was like, in universe storyline wise, I was like, how it doesn't make sense. Like, how would The Rock know that Cena was gonna win that match? And what can he promise Cena to turn heel? Because what if Cena didn't win that match? Was he just like a sleeper agent that was never going to get activated? Or like, what did Rock do to get him to do that? Because a lot of things, like, once we look at it on like a tip of the iceberg stuff, okay, Rock got Cena to turn heel. But then when you look at it deeper, it's like, why did he do that? What did he tell Cena? Like, how did he get him to do that? And those are questions we never got answered. We'll never get the answer
they said, nah, never mind, you'll just forget about it. And he just turned good again, like, which is fine, like, whatever. At the end of the day, like, I just think, and I get it, Cena is a company guy, so he's gonna, like, defend his take.
He's gonna do whatever they tell him to do,
and, like, much. I'm not, at the end of the day, man, like, I saw him retire, that's my goal. I'll still shed a tear, but that match just did nothing for me. Like, I thought Cena's last match is gonna be, like, one of his most memorable matches. And this is what I told you before. I was like, yo, forget this tournament. Because, honestly, everyone they put in this tournament, aside from maybe The Miz for the fact of, like, yo, he's an OG, I would have respected it. Everyone, I could care less. I didn't want to see him versus Jay. I didn't want to see him versus Gunther. I didn't want to see him versus LA Knight. If you're not gonna give it, like,
this is what I said. Hype on if Carmelo won this tournament.
If you gave it to someone young, because that would have made more sense. Because then you could
say the story of the young, future.
Yes, like, it's like, yo, honestly, I don't care about your legacy. I'm ending your legacy now. Like, the new gen is here. Like, you had that match from the other mans from NXT on the come up. Like, let them have their shine, bro. I'm tired of these retirement home mans, like, holding down these forts. Like, either push them and let them get the biggest push, and then I would love to have seen all the other NXT mans that are young come in and start retiring the rest of them. I would have loved to see Cody get dropped after that. I would have loved to see Roman lose after that. Like, start CM Punk as well. Like, let them all start losing to all these young guys. Exactly. Let this usher in this genuine new generation. But now I'm stuck with what? A 38-year-old Gunther that's getting some last-second push after he already had a push. And the thing is, like, you can say he's good, you can say he's bad, but at the end of the day, bro, it's like, how long are we really going to push him? If he doesn't come out here for the next, like, year and a half, dogging on all these things.
He can't lose for the next 2 years.
Yeah, because
like, you can't lose for the next 2 years.
You're going to come out here and lose in the next 3 matches? Like, what did that do for me then?
He's got to come out.
What's the point of that?
And this is where the writing, like, this is, like, we were all talking about this yesterday, and I was talking about this with quite a few people. It's like, this is where the writing really has to either get better or WWE is cooked. Because after this, Cena's gone. For all these pay-per-views, their selling point was Cena's the last time in your city. It's that last time in your city. He pretty much carried this year for pay-per-views.
Yep.
Oh, I'm not even gonna lie to anybody here. Like, Cena, a lot of people are like, okay, I'm going to this because it's Cena's last time wrestling. Cena's last time wrestling. Now after this, what do we do aside from this? Because the storylines haven't been that great in WWE so far. It's been rinse and repeat. The vision is getting stale. People are getting tired of the vision. People are getting tired of the same interferences every day. And your writing has to step up. So now it's like, what do you do with Gunther? Cody's in his 40s. Roman's in his 40s. CM Punk is in his 40s. Gunther's about to be 40. It's like, what are you doing with Carmelo Hayes? What are you doing with a guy like? And you could say, yo, you need the, like, Gunther got the rub from beating John Cena, but look what they did with Austin Theory, bro.
Yeah.
Look what they did with Austin. They did nothing with him after that, and that's where the writing is so key. Because if you do nothing with Gunther after this, this might be this could be the worst series of bookings and writing I've ever seen from WWE. Because if you haven't it's one thing to haven't beat him, but if he doesn't at least beat Cody for the title or win some sort of major title, I'm not talking about no IC mid-card champion, I'm talking about the WWE championship. He needs to beat Cody for this, or he either goes on this thing where he's retiring legends, where he retires Brock next year, where he retires AJ next year, and he becomes a sort of killer. But if he does nothing, and going back with the writing too, Triple H already put a major stain on Gunther's career by having him tap out to Jay. Because as soon as you do that, you just change the perspective. Because everyone's like, I seen this guy tap out to Jay. Who the hell are you? Like, so you even doing that kind of already played you before we even had this match. Because everyone's like, okay, yeah, now I guess Gunther could be like, yeah, I tapped out your GOAT in a rebuttal, but it is always going to be like a stain on his legacy. So I think overall the writing just has to be good, because WWE is gonna be cooked if we don't start pushing guys like Carmelo. If we don't push guys like Oba. Like Oba Femi needs that call up now. He needs to call up to the main roster now. I think
they ended that match in a double DQ or something like that.
That alone, like, we're not talking about that too. Like, that match, why even the match was only I think 7 minutes, and then you had Drew. I guess because you could say, okay, neither guy could lose. But then you could have done something where it's like, oh, they get double DQ'd or something like that. So just a way where you could protect both guys, like a roll-up or something like that.
Why are you protecting it, bro? Like, just let Cody lose. He had his story.
Or get Cody take the pin.
Brother, Cody's story is finished. It's finished. You had it. You ushered in the Netflix era. You had the big spectacle. You let him lift the championship. Stop protecting his legacy, fam. The man's close to retirement, too. Let the new man win. Why? Why even have it? The whole point of that card was, as Cena said, to show you guys the new generation, to bring hype to these men. And then you're going to do what? You're not even going to let the man win.
Exactly. And they did this. You guys took the chance. Bro. They took the chance with Cena and Kevin Owens when Kevin Owens first got called up. You didn't think Kevin Owens would win, but he ended up beating Cena, I think, for the U.S. title. I believe that's how that ended. And it was a shock to everybody. And guess what? Kevin Owens got shot to the moon, fam. Kevin's got always. So you don't always have to take the safe route. And I feel like going forward now, their writing has to be good. It's either, I don't know if Gunther's gonna end up winning the Royal Rumble. That's probably where you're gonna end up going with this. But these guys are gonna start retiring soon. AJ's already talking about retiring next year. Cody's already talking about retiring next year. We gotta do something. Bro, we gotta do something here.
When you have an entire arena ready to burn down Triple H's home, yelling, literally booing the absolute living hell out of him, while Cena's in the ring retiring, they're chanting you effed up, nonstop. In the man's retirement, you need to step up the game, and maybe you will, because they did that whole thing. I remember with that whole press conference where they psyched everyone up back in the, I think it was when Cody versus versing Roman and stuff that was dope. That writing got me and stuff. Yeah. You better pull out the moon and the stars. I don't know if you got to go back to the OGs and bring them back on the payroll to write the story. I don't know what you got to do. But if you fumble this, bro, what did we do?
Exactly.
Man? What a waste.
And I saw someone say it's bad when people are booing the booker and not the actual heel. Yeah. They're not booing Gunther. Yeah. They're booing Triple H. Because it's this is what happens when you start peeling back the curtain a little bit too much. You start showing on what's going on back scene. People are just going to blame Triple H and the writers, and they're not actually booing Gunther because they know the real problem is Triple H. Yeah. And Triple H even coming out to hug John Cena, you're taking away from his moment. Because everybody just turns, instead of them focusing on Cena, they're booing you. And it becomes a moment about you instead of a moment about Cena. So I don't even think he even should came out. But going forward now, they just gotta figure it out, bro. They gotta push people to the moon. We gotta do something. If I'm telling you, if on Monday Night Raw nothing happens, or they don't set any storylines or anything, it's chalked. It's a wash.
I don't know. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Listen, I've always been a WWE. I hope it's good. At the end of the day, Cena's my GOAT. Watch him retire. It was a legacy anything. I wish his last run could have been better. It we got what we got. God, I hope they just make it worth it. Because other than that, I don't know what we're doing here. But
just smoking crack in that writer's room. That's all I got. That's all I got to say about that.
They better be in the sweatshop from today, cooking the next 5 years because they got a lot of ground to make up for that.
Exactly.
I don't even know. But anyways, I don't know, man. That was Cena's retirement tour. One more time to my GOAT. And yeah, man, that was take 5. We'll see y'all in the next one.